everybody, I'm Sarah. If you are new, here's a preview of what you will find on this channel. I tell true stories, mainly about historical events, with facts you might not find in a history book. I do this for a purpose, to let you know that your family's history is important and should be written down so family members will know the stories of your life. To help you put your stories in writing, I have a free gift I will tell you about at the end of this video. Now, for today's story. What if I told you there was a move, a simple 2-second physical move that you could learn right now that might someday save the life of someone you love? And what if I told you that for most of human history, we did not know about it? Today I want to tell you about the doctor who figured it out, the afternoon it changed everything, and the twist ending to this story that will absolutely stay with you. Don't go anywhere. Dr. Henry Heimlich was a thoracic surgeon from Cincinnati, Ohio. He was not a flashy person. He was thoughtful, methodical, the kind of doctor who sat with a problem until he understood it completely. And in the early 1970s, he became absorbed by one question: why were so many people dying from something that should be survivable? He began experimenting with a new approach. The idea was based on lung pressure, the same principle that makes you cough. If you could generate a sudden burst of air upward through the trachea, you might be able to expel the obstruction the way a cork pops from a bottle. He worked through the mechanics, he tested the positioning, he refined the technique. On May 29, 1974, Dr. Heimlich published his findings in the journal Emergency Medicine. He called it the subdiaphragmatic pressure technique. The rest of the world would call it the Heimlich maneuver. The medical community was skeptical at first, as it often is, but within months, then years, stories started coming in. A child was saved at a restaurant, a grandfather at Thanksgiving dinner, a college student in a cafeteria. Each one, an ordinary moment that became something else because someone nearby knew what to do. The American Red Cross eventually adopted the technique. The American Heart Association endorsed it. It became part of first aid training around the world. Estimates today suggest the Heimlich maneuver has saved over 100,000 lives, possibly many more. Now here's the part of the story I promised you. Henry Heimlich spent decades watching his technique save other people's lives. He gave talks, he advocated, he received letters from families who had been saved. And through all of it, he never once used the maneuver himself. Until 2016, he was 96 years old and living in a senior living community in Cincinnati. A fellow resident began choking at dinner. Henry Heimlich stood up, performed the maneuver he had invented 42 years earlier, and saved her life. It was, by all accounts, the first time he had ever used it on a real person. He was 96 years old. Henry Heimlich passed away later that same year, but he left a world that is measurably, undeniably safer than the one he found. There is something beautiful about the idea that you can spend your whole life giving something to the world, and then, at the very end, get to use it yourself. Henry Heimlich did not discover fire. He did not split the atom. He figured out the right way to press on someone's chest. And because of that, because of one careful, determined doctor in Cincinnati, thousands of people who would have died at a dinner table instead went home to their families. That is what ordinary dedication looks like, and it is extraordinary. If this story moved you, please share it. Learn the Heimlich maneuver if you haven't. It takes about 2 minutes, and it might be the most important 2 minutes you spend this week. Subscribe to History Sparks so you never miss a moment worth remembering. And I will see you tomorrow with a story from May 30 that I can't wait to tell you. See you then. Oh yes, be sure to download your free gift. You'll find it in the description below.